morning, guys. Yeah, in the last video, I got the rotating assembly going. You know, the pistons are doing the piston thing and all that stuff. New rings, rods, that's all in. So now it's time to get on the cylinder heads and camshaft and the stuff that goes along with that. So yeah, we're just going to get right to it. A couple things. New subscribers, thank you very much. Keep up the good work. They're coming in steadily, and that's a good thing. And you know, if you haven't already, please subscribe. So yeah, let's get on these cylinder heads, and might as well just get right to it, man. Okay, so because I'm doing two exactly the same, I'm only going to film one, but I've already gone ahead and put one in. So we're using ARP fasteners. These bolts, there's 17 bolts altogether. There's 8 short ones, the end ones are medium length, and then 7 long ones. They have to be torqued down to a specific value, and they also have to be torqued down in a specific pattern. So basically what you want to do is start from the center and you work your way out away from the center in a kind of a crisscross pattern. And yeah, so ARP, the note right in the box, there's a little note there. It tells me they want them torqued to 70 foot-pounds. I know on the internet most sites say 65 foot-pounds, but I'm not going to argue with ARP. Their fasteners, well, there are no better. They're the best on the planet. So there's the bolts there. So like I said, 7 long ones, 2 medium ones, 8 short ones. Now, when you're putting these in, you know, all these holes, bolt holes, they're drilled right through to the coolant passages. So, you know, when I was flushing this thing out and I had the block tilted over, water was flowing out of all the holes. So you need to seal your threads, because you don't want the coolant, which is under pressure, seeping up through the bolts and ending up in your cylinder. So, you know, thread sealant, like this little tiny tube here, I didn't think I had enough to do it all. So I bought this little tiny tube, $9 for this. That's crazy. But anyway, so it's, you know, cleaned it up. I've already put my gasket on, and you can see the gasket sort of just, see the little pins. That also holds your head in place and lines everything up. So clips onto that, and yeah, I did the final clean before I put the gasket on with some brake clean, and I did the same thing with the head over there. So I'm going to set up the camera, and we'll drop the head in place, and we'll torque it down. Okay, let's get this thing on here. Okay. Use the last of this stuff. Thread sealant. Get them all covered up. Now this here, we're just gonna snug it up. That's it. You know, basically just better than finger tight. Just put the end of it. Got enough in there for maybe one more bolt. Could have swore I bought a big tube of that last week. If I did, I put it somewhere where I'd never find it again. I don't know what's going on. Old age, man. Okay, so you get the idea. I'm just going to carry on, get the rest of them in. Okay, so they want you to go in 3 equal increments, or roughly equal. I'm going to start with 20 pounds, foot-pounds of torque. We'll go up to 45 and then 70. Then up here, and down here. Up, down, where am I here? I think I did them all. Yeah. Okay, up to 45. Go. The center one. Up. Down. Over. Up. Go. And then up to 70. There we go. And we're done. Okay, so there you go. We got our heads on. A lot of you might be thinking, you know, why didn't you just use the original bolts that you pulled out of the heads when you took them off? They tell you that the head bolts have been stretched once they're torqued down, so they're kind of one use only. they recommend you put new head bolts in whenever you take the heads off and reinstall them. So that's why I use brand new fasteners, and you know, just do things by the book. That's the way it's supposed to be. So now we can, I guess we can go ahead and get after that camshaft. Okay, so another shit show. So I've been doing some homework on this cam, and you know, you open up a cam, you read the specs and all that stuff on it, and right in the instructions it says I have to change the valve springs. So you know, these little guys here, I don't know if you can see that, these springs, so they need to be changed or your cam can fail. So I wanted to make sure that was accurate, because when I went into the speed shop to get the cam, I told them exactly what I wanted. I didn't want to get into changing push rods and valve springs and all that stuff. I just want to put the cam and the lifters in, put the original parts back together, and easy peasy. But no. So I got to figure, do I bring the cam back, send it back, and get another one, or go ahead and order the new springs? So it comes 3 items: springs, retainers, and the locks. So got a hold of competition cams to make sure. Sure enough, yep, these are the parts you need. You know, you can't use the stock springs and stuff. So priced it out. It's going to be you know, $180 American. So you know, what's that, 400 million Canadian? I'm not sure, but anyway, I'm gonna have to go ahead and order them. I don't want to have to wait for another cam. And you know, this cam sounds like it's called a thumper. So yeah, it's got some bump to it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and order the new stuff. So I'm not sure how long it's gonna take to get. It is what it is, man. So yeah, but I can go ahead and put my cam in anyhow, because I can change those springs with the heads on the engine. It's a lot easier to do with the heads off the engine, but they're already on now, and I'm not buying new head bolts and new head gaskets. Not doing it. So I googled a couple of slick ways to change the springs while the heads are on, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that when that stuff comes in. So yeah, I guess I'll just go ahead and put the cam in, and we'll go from there. Okay, so there's the new thumper cam. Yeah, they tell you you want to clean these things off. They've got a coating on it, anti-rust coating. So we're just going to clean it off real quick. I'm just going to use some brake clean, and we'll spray it up, and I'll get a clean rag to wipe it off with. Okay. I'll just clean it up real quick. Now they supply you with some lube. It's assembly lube, their own stuff. Of course, they want you to use just their own stuff, but they only give me one little packet. I don't think it's enough. So I also have my Royal Purple assembly lube. So this is good stuff. I know it's fine. So I won't tell anybody if you don't. Now, this end, of course, goes in first. That's your distributor gear right there. So we'll start with, well, you want to get this oiled up really, really good. You know, especially on the lobes, you want to get some on the gear. Again, probably a good time for rubber gloves, but like I said, I don't like them. So oil that right up. Don't be shy. Like I always say, lay it on there, man. Okay, I can get the rest of it on as I slide her in. So, got that there. I'm gonna move the camera over, bring it over to the front of the motor. Okay, I did get some lube on the inside cam bearings before I put the pistons in. So just add a little bit more wherever we can. Okay. Now I'm going to put the sprocket on the end here. So I've got kind of like a handle to use. There we go. And we'll get some more lube on this thing. I guess the packet does do it. Huh. Okay. Almost there, man. Sweet. Ooh, easy. There we go. She's in there. So, what you want to do is turn that. Well, it's in there. This sprocket has a dot on it right up here, and so does this one. You want them to line them up so that they'll match. And what that is, this one is up because I put my piston top dead center on number 1 cylinder. So top dead center number 1. These 2 dots should be in the same spot, and that's all there is to it. Cam is in. All right, so there you go. Camshaft is in. I've got my timing set, chain and all, soaking in a little bath of oil, along with the lifters. So I'm gonna let them soak overnight. Tomorrow I'll get them on. That'll be the next video. But you know, so we've got a rotating assembly done. Our heads are in, and camshaft is in. I'm gonna have to wait to put all the rest of the stuff together until I get those valve springs in. But it is what it is. So there should be a kind of a gnarly sounding engine when it's all said and done. So yeah, it's cool. It's worth a couple extra bucks, I guess. Why not? Yeah, new subscribers, got a bunch in the last few days, so that's good. If you haven't already, please subscribe. You know, don't be afraid to leave comments down below. You know, I had a few interesting ones last time, but anyhow, yeah. So I think I can probably put my lifters and my timing set on, and you know, paint this thing. And then I guess I'll put my rear axle seals in, put the rear end in, and get this chassis rolling. So that's where I'm at, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video. So you know, if you're not doing anything else, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.